Guess who booked something really special? Cheers to all of those years I studied Italian when everybody told me that it was useless. And best of all, thank you, the audience who has watched along and been patient and cared enough about languages and travel and culture to let National Geographic know I should have my own show. Cheers, everyone. Let's be honest, how dope is National Geographic? I'm still in shock and disbelief. I'm so excited to share this show with you guys. My show, Big Little Italy, is live on Nat Geo today. You can go check it out. It's a mini-series on their YouTube channel. I am on the hunt for the best food, for the best quirky stories, for the funkiest characters, and it is so dynamic. I was shocked at what I found. It was a big scavenger hunt for finding the best Italian culture all around the world, and I think you guys are gonna really like it. Bring your stretch pants, buy some sausage so you can have an immersive experience, and leave a comment on the first episode. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna be responding to comments over there. Filming a show about language, culture, food, that is like the dream. Every time something really big and exciting happens in my life, I cannot help but think of little Joe, who always did things in a weird way, always wanted to be a little bit different, who always took the hardest road. I don't think ever in my life I've taken an easy road, and it's painful and it's not always fun. And then every so often something incredible happens, something so incredible that I'm like, oh, you can only achieve this if you went on the lumpy, dusty, difficult, desolate dirt road. Man, I just used a lot of D adjectives. I need to tell you the backstory. So I grew up speaking Portuguese and English at home. Middle school, started learning French, loved it. Actually, I chewed gum and wore mini skirts and the teacher did not like me at all. But then in high school, I was just drawn to Italian. I wanted to take Italian and everybody was like, that's insane. Like 5 people signed up for that class. The teacher is actually crazy. What are you doing? There was this girl, her name was Danielle Vaghi, and she came into the Italian class and she said that she studied abroad in Rome. And ever since she told that story, I was like, I want to be like Danielle Vaghi. I want to go live in Rome. But the first thing was to learn Italian. So then I took Italian classes in high school. I learned enough to know I still felt called to this culture. It was something I really wanted to do for the love of it.
You know, sono 3% italiana, quindi sono italiana.
It wasn't for a job. It wasn't because it was good on a resume. It was because I loved something about Italian culture, people, food. It wasn't a utilitarian thing. It was like purely for my passion. And I strongly believe in language learning, you must have love for what you do. And that's probably why I learned Italian quicker than I learned any other language. Cut to, I'm out into the real world, go to college. By the time I turned 20, I started traveling around alone. And where did I choose to go for my first solo trip? Italy.
E perché sono qua in Italia? Perché mi piace tanto questo paese.
And I actually went to Italy and stayed with this family that didn't speak any English. It was very painful because my Italian wasn't that good. And every single chance from when I was 20 to now that I had a little gap in my schedule, I would go to Italy. I've traveled with people, I've traveled by myself, I've fallen in love, I've dated Italians, I have dear friends who are Italian, I've been integrated into Italian families, I've learned to cook, I've gone to beautiful monuments and volcanoes, I've gone to writing workshops in Italy. Like, I have gone to Italy and I continue to go to Italy because it is a special place.
All the possibilities. But did you just say possibilities? I sure did.
I live for that Italian soul, which is normal. Like, that's not a shocking fact. What is shocking is that this random love that everybody told me was weird or like not useful or random turned into the reason why I was able to host my own National Geographic show called Big Little Italy. So then I'm living my life and all of a sudden I get this email from a production company saying that the team at Nat Geo really liked my content and really liked me, and I was on the short list for being a host on the show. And so I couldn't be on the calls because I was in Sri Lanka, so I filmed this audition video. Hi Nat Geo team, I'm Franco. My boyfriend just turned the camera on, had no makeup, it was raining, and I was just honest.
This camera doesn't have stabilization, I'm so sorry.
Since I finished my last streaming show, all I wanted was to work with National Geographic because I felt like of all of the platforms out there, Nat Geo connected with my values of going on the ground in remote places or in pockets of culture and landscapes that you might not get access to for the human story. As a travel content creator, as a documentarian, my goal is to create something that lasts much longer than I do. When I'm long gone, my goal is to have created pieces of work that can help the generations that come next. And Nat Geo's goal is exactly that. It's to preserve culture, to share history, to encourage curiosity and wisdom. And if I can be a part of that, how incredible. And so I just want to say thank you, Nat Geo, for choosing me for this opportunity. Thank you guys for watching. It has made my year. And what's even more insane is that I was actually wrapping up my master's in filmmaking, working on my own TV show pilot about this show called Translated. I did a little pilot test. Some of you were part of the pilot test. Thank you for joining. If you want to join the pilot test, I'll link it down in the description box below. But the point is, I was about to actually film my final project to graduate. And my final project was going to be a pilot, like a new pilot of my own travel docu-series about travel, language, food, culture, and people. And I actually had to postpone my film school because I booked this Nat Geo show. I guess the point of this video is to share my excitement, but also to let you know that those weird, quirky, esoteric passions that everybody tells you is probably a waste of time is absolutely not a waste of time. It is the thing that's gonna make you different. It's the thing that's gonna get you to those opportunities that are just waiting for you to be ready for them. The Joe in high school who had to write a letter to the principal to convince them to let me take Italian next to French, I could never imagine that that girl was the girl that Nat Geo would say, yep, we want her to go around the world and eat the best Italian food we can find. Like, talk about a dream gig. And the thing about this show too, it's the first show that I've hosted on my own, and it's really funny. I'm like, wow, I'm having a good time watching this. This show, I was not only a host, I was also a producer. I was helping craft some of the story. I was helping on the ground during the shoot. I was helping with the edit. I was helping tell the story. And it just made me realize, like I've been saying on this channel, that's the direction that I want to go. So cheers to moving in the right direction and to this big Little Italy glorious opportunity to many more. The episodes are coming out Fridays back to back. So Friday this week, following Friday, and the following Friday. I'm linking the first episode down below. Definitely share it, definitely comment it, because I would love to keep working with Nat Geo, and you guys are the reasons why I got this opportunity. If we can tell these stories around the world and share them, preserve them, and make sure future generations know what goes into making a tagliatelle with love, and care about how their nonna did it, and care enough to preserve the language and culture that came from centuries ago, then we're doing our jobs right. Grazie a tutti. Ci vediamo on Nat Geo's YouTube channel. I can't believe I did it. It's not every day you get to celebrate the show on Nat Geo. They're gonna be like, this girl's fired. She's absolutely insane.